San Diego Comic-Con, Hall H, the Marvel panel, happened last night for us. Me and Kyle, we stayed up and watched it. And we were getting to a point where we was like, why did we stay up and what? Well, we didn't... We was following it along.
We were following it along, yeah, and, it was kind of disappointing. There was some good stuff. There was some good stuff. But overall, we kind of expected more. We expected Marvel, after the massive success of Deadpool and Wolverine, we expected them to sort of, keep it running.
This guy were about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then...
I was falling asleep. And then they hit the 1 hour mark and we're like, right, okay, it looks like things are winding down.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
At the...
yeah.
We'll kind of cock tease you like... We did. We got cock teased.
We did, yeah. We got lied to as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Marvel.
Yeah, but we woke up this morning, we've watched the panels and stuff like that as well. So we've got a bit more of a understanding of what's going on. And they started... Well, no, to be fair, they started with a choir singing the Madonna song from Deadpool and Wolverine. So, great way to start.
Dressed in yellow and red.
Rest in yellow and red?
Dressed in yellow and red.
I was going to say rest in yellow and red. Do you think Madonna's dead? Yeah. Like a prayer, and then they went straight on to Captain America, Brave New World. And we got some good stuff from that. I haven't been able to find any of the footage from Brave New World. I've only been able to find footage from Fantastic Four, which we'll talk about later. They revealed quite a bit. They confirmed that adamantium is the thing. I'm assuming that's what Tiamat is made of.
So there's a thing about something to do with Tiamat being set in stone, and the whole thing of that being like, it's not actually stone, it's like adamantium. Yeah. So it's, he's been turned into adamantium, which I think I kind of understand why now they've not really showed much of Tiamat from Eternals or mentioned it really, yeah. So I think that's a really cool thing that they've made, the weight worth, make the weight worth being so long as much as it was to get a mention or something.
They've taken it back to how they showed it at CinemaCon, where it was like, no, Ross wants Sam to form the Avengers.
Yeah.
Don't want him to make Captain America a part of the US military, where I'm pretty sure that's probably another conversation they have as well, is probably, I want you to make Captain America part of the US military and I want you to help me reform the Avengers. It probably goes somewhat along them lines. So, that's interesting. Sam forming the Avengers makes sense, he's Captain America. Giancarlo Esposito, we've got his character confirmed.
Yeah, I know that no one really sort of clocked onto who he was. There was a lot of guesses.
Sidewinder, is it?
Sidewinder, yeah, the king of the Serpent Society.
Yeah.
Which I think I really thought he was going to have like one of the primary roles. That was something that we've all kind of known about before. But I'm fine with this because he will make it then unique. It's a new character and it's something new that can be brought to the MCU.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. Ideally, I would have wanted him to be someone like, say, Xavier or, one of those roles. Yeah. But those are already existing. And this is something new. Marvel are giving us something new.
I'm trying to think of like relatively small comic book characters that have been made into pretty sizable roles for, like the shows and the films and stuff like that. I'm trying to think where they've done that. It'll come to me later.
I mean, like every role ever. I mean, except for Spider-Man, of course. Iron Man, he was like, a C-list character? And RDJ came in.
And now he's a D-list.
What? I don't get that.
Doom.
Oh. Yes, he is. Yeah. So, yeah, but we got some interesting stuff though from the Brave New World.
There's
obviously
a description of the trailer. The footage
they showed some footage of the Red Hulk actually appearing in front of the government.
Yeah, he was in the White House on the lawn of the White House. Yeah, and it is Harrison Ford. So don't worry, it is Thaddeus Ross who is the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Which you don't bring in Harrison Ford if you're not going to make him Red Hulk. You could have gone with anyone else then, and it wouldn't. But yeah, you bring in Harrison Ford for that. So that's...
I think the really nice thing is that, obviously, out of all the multiversal stuff that we're getting as of late, especially with the Avengers films obviously continuing in that direction to do the multiversal stuff, which, again, we will get onto.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see that this is a movie where it's like, no, it's not going to focus on the multiverse, really, at all. It's about what's happening in America at the moment. It's going to be boots on the ground, something akin to street level, I'd say, which, you know, I'm fine with. Give us more of that, because the multiverse hasn't really worked. It's, you know, it's had hits, it had some misses, but...
In its most recent instance...
It's had a massive hit,
It's had a massive hit, but overall, it's been hit and miss. But they hit us with that buzz phrase again. Winter Soldier feels. They want to make it feel like Captain America the Winter Soldier, which...
It's going to clean up here, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry, mate, sort this out. To a lot of people, Captain America Winter Soldier is in the top 5, top 3 is their favourite MCU film because of how grounded and real it is.
Yeah.
Even compared to Civil War is a spectacle. Winter Soldier is grounded.
I'd say, like, even Civil War, like, the core of it is
it's more
grounded.
It's more on the grounded side. We've wanted to keep that there, and it fucking fell. Oh well.
Yeah, you dickhead.
Yeah.
What is that in front of that? I can see something that's annoying me. Oh, it's fucking Deadpool. That's why. Yeah. There we go. Deadpool on Deadpool.
Deadpool on Deadpool action.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
we'll tell you how we thought about the panel overall as when we finish this video, but Captain America Brave New World, you know me, big Captain America fan, Marvel fanboy, Captain America fanboy. I was excited for this anyway, but Kyle, how are you feeling about Brave New World now after hearing
it's got me
what's
more
come out?
excited, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was looking forward to this film anyways because of Falcon taking the mantle of Cap. I just don't think it was done... You know, it's not a fault of, say, like, the character. It was just a fault of the Disney Plus era of shows.
Yeah, it's like...
It didn't really work for me.
It's like, oh, we give him the shield. And then it's like, right, all right, he's got the shield, and now let's go tell a whole story about him getting the shield. And it's like, he's already got it.
Yeah.
So they had to kind of make up a story for that, but still, him as Captain America is great. I love it. I love what I've seen.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
And that trailer... You know, we spoke about the trailer before. The trailer's pretty damn good. I
didn't think we were going to get a trailer for Brave New World because we got one. Do you wish they kind of held on a couple of...
No, because, you know, we've got the Thunderbolts as well, which we will be talking about in this discussion.
Well, speaking of Thunderbolts, do you want to move on to it now?
Let's do it, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, they brought the entire cast out, and David Harbour came out in costume.
Yeah.
With the accent. Speaking about he has a go at all the different cast members and he's asking them why are they in costume. It's Comic-Con. I sent the email and Sebastian Stan's like, you ain't got my phone number.
Yeah.
So
it was it
kind of made me think of Age of Ultron. I love watching the Age of Ultron panel from the 2014 Comic-Con 10 years ago. That's such a fun panel to watch still to this day.
It's one of those things that I still think it would have been, you know, it would have gotten a lot more eyes on live. I mean, obviously they released the videos afterwards, but as we were sort of like, because we was awake and we were sort of getting the information from loads of different sources, and we just kind of had to base our what is going on, what is happening now kind of thing there.
Yeah, just
so there was
sitting
no
in a dark room.
Yeah, it was quite sad, but it was really cool to see it, and I wish they did it live. That's like one
that's
thing.
What we're saying. D23, we might do a live stream for that as the information's coming out. So,
yeah, I think that's going to be more focused on the shows, though. To be fair,
some new information.
We'll fucking take it.
But yeah, we got they showed a bit of footage from that. I think they showed quite a lot of footage from Thunderbolts actually. And there's a scene with Yelena and Red Guardian talking, and she calls him Dad or something like that. Pappy, pap. But the one thing I find interesting about this film is all these different characters have been hired to go on this mission separately, not as a team, and then it's kind of like a setup, and they all get put up against each other. So
Which I don't understand, really. I mean, like, you kind of think... yeah. You kind of think that, they'd sort of have a team in mind. Like, Ross would have a team in mind for this, and he's sort of trying to build his... Maybe this is like the Avengers that didn't work. Maybe this is like the first attempt of it.
You don't mind a little Callum Ferry here right now, do you? I know you don't like Callum Ferry sometimes.
Yeah, I can't stand them, but okay. Just because...
why can't you stand them?
Because 9 times out of 10, Callum gets them very, very right, and it's really annoying.
Right, I won't say it then.
Have you got those sweets?
Yeah. I've got yellow ones, mate.
That's fine, I like the yellow ones. Hell yeah.
I got more sweets.
Oh, hell yeah. Of course you do.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Continue.
What was he saying? What was I saying?
Thunderbolts team.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts team.
Avengers.
So, obviously, Sam and Thaddeus Ross are thinking about reforming the Avengers. Probably that doesn't go to plan. So Sam kind of probably forms the Avengers off his own accord, though, not in connection with the government.
Sorry, can I just show you how fucking big this video is? And it's been 10 minutes.
What the fucking holy cock and balls?
Yeah, apparently it's filming it in the highest quality.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sam probably goes off and makes the Avengers by himself, and then Ross is still like, well, I still want a fucking team, so fuck it, Thunderbolts, let's go. I'm assuming that's what happens. We didn't get a right lot of new information about Thunderbolts, but it was nice that they was there and they had a panel, and the people in Hall H at least got to see some stuff. So we get a description of that stuff. But probably the biggest thing in there until it got to the end, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, this was the thing that it was kind of like...
They haven't even shot this film
What
yet.
the fuck can they do, really, other than bring the cast out? But it's like kind of pointless.
And they said they weren't even doing that, and it was like the cast out here, and then the cast was there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they brought the director up first, and then
Matt Shackman,
yeah, and then they unveiled revealed the cast, and they all came out. Obviously, it's a bit weird because, like, obviously there isn't anywhere there isn't much they can show other than concept art.
Well, like I said, they haven't shot the film, but they had some form of like a concept trailer.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Yeah,
which they probably did like a day's worth of shooting, getting them in them astronaut, things.
Yeah, just something quick, like a test footage kind of thing,
yes,
but
definitely.
like a really high quality test footage.
Yeah,
something that's like kind of like akin to this is parts of bits we're shooting.
Yeah,
but apparently
it could have even been like chemistry tests and stuff like that.
Yeah,
especially when Pedro's in the suit and Vanessa comes in. And it's like, that probably seems like it was like chemistry tests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards with a tash.
It works. I like it.
I'm liking it.
Obviously, the footage isn't technically meant to be seen.
No.
But it's out there, someone filmed it. So, we're not going to show it or anything, but
it's very easy.
Yeah, we're not going to link it, but it's so easy. It's a quick Google search away.
Yeah.
You will find it.
But no, they're all on stage talking about family. And that's a great, that's what you want in Fantastic Four. You want family.
Marvel's first family.
New title as well. Nowhere near as long as Captain America Brave New World, but the Fantastic Four first steps. Are these the first steps in the right direction? Maybe.
The Fantastic Four first step.
Yeah. And I'm assuming it's something to do with because they're astronauts. One small step for mankind, or Reed Richards in this case.
I'll say this as well, like, I was a bit off with the name at first. I did think, sounds a bit strange.
But like most things, you think about it more and you're like, do you know what?
Yeah, after seeing the footage, I'm kind of okay with it because it's, without, there's not really anything to spoil here.
No, because it's nothing.
It's something about it's something about going to space, and the first steps make sense for this. One thing I've noticed that Marvel are doing though quite a bit is just the whole naming of the titles and things they're doing for a lot of the projects. I like to think that, say, like Thor and Spider-Man really sort of paved the way of having, like, instead
extra
of having
long
instead of
titles,
instead of having like Thor 2 or Spider-Man 2, it's Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor the Dark
that's it.
World.
Do you know that is a title I hated at first when I first heard it?
What?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
I didn't mind it.
But it's grown on me and it just made so much sense.
Yeah, because it helps sort of, with the titles, it definitely helps with the theme of it. One that I think is completely... It's annoying because it's so good. It's such a great title. And the film just didn't match the energy of that title. I get it, it's just a title.
Are you going to say... Can I say it?
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine? No, I'm kidding.
No, definitely not.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I like the direction Marvel are going. Giving these titles a bit more uniqueness to them, so it's like it gives it better identity and helps it stand out. I know it's just a title, but they do mean quite a bit, to be fair.
One thing I want to look, Galactus here.
Yeah.
That's...
I'm checking your screen to make sure it's not on shot. But yeah, we got our first...
Are those like human eyes in a mask? It's hard to tell, but it's Galactus. We got our first look at Galactus. Now, will he look like that in the finished film? We don't know.
No, it could just be concept like the rest of the trailer, but it's really exciting to know that Galactus is now on the horizon. I know a lot of people are wanting to see this character really get the love and sort of the direction it's been wanting for a while. We've had Galactus before, obviously, in the Silver Surfer Fantastic Four film, years ago.
It was a cloud.
It was a big fucking cloud, a big CGI mess. But this seems like they're going to go in
don't worry, it's big man thing.
Yeah. It's staying dedicated. I do hope it's quite colourful, though. I hope it gives it a unique...
Well, look, they're talking about it being in that the futuristic, like retro-futuristic look. It's set in a different universe. It's in the 60s, which that trailer and the the aspect ratio of that trailer that they showed.
You got any more sweets?
In my bag, mate. If you... 1 minute. Yeah. So...
Hell yeah. Sweetie time.
Sweetie time.
Yeah.
So yeah, retro-futuristic. It looks great. Wine gums.
Yeah, alright. Will do.
You really throw me off my train of thought then. What did I say again?
Sweeties.
Sweet. So yeah, set in a different universe. Retro-futuristic look. One thing we didn't see any Shalabal. The woke Silver Surfer for who cares? So yeah, and the fact that it is set in a different universe, Norrin will probably be somewhere. We probably will see Norrin as well. First look at the Fantastic car as well. What do you think? I like it as well.
Yeah, I think I need to see it in action for it to really sink in.
Yeah, because it just floating around all age was a bit...
Was it like an inflatable as well?
I think so, yeah.
Like a big fucking balloon that
my only thing is,
everywhere
it didn't look that big, and it's like, right, so you got to get Sue, Reed, and Ben in it. Johnny will fly himself. So, yeah. Anyway,
I mean, it's the first design. I can imagine that they've they might do another car later on that's a bit more faithful to the original. Maybe later on, because without, of course, spoiling it, but we've kind of seen it in live action. And
this week.
Yeah. So
part of it.
Yeah.
It was in different sections, wasn't it, in the old Fantastic Four?
But again, I'm fine with it because it doesn't feel like they're going to take the direction of the Fantastic Four in a very bland way. They're going to do something different with this.
Yes.
Which we won't say much about it. Obviously, we want to talk about it when we get to Doom, but
yeah. Right, let's just get onto it then.
Yeah.
So we were just about done with the panel. This guy here was dead, pretty much.
It was 3 a.m.
I'd smashed like 3 Red Bulls, so I was off my tits.
Yeah. Actually, you got up to get your 3rd or 4th, I think.
And you was like, no, don't do it.
And I was just like smelling the Red Bull.
Yeah, I was making him smell him. I was like, go sniff the Red Bull. He was like, I'll throw up, mate.
Yeah.
And then we thought the panel was closing. He were getting up. He were getting ready to go to bed. It was like, right. I was like, what? I was thinking, what a waste of time.
Because initially we did want to talk about it as it were happening and just film and upload it, but it was like 3-4 in the morning.
Yeah, for us.
We didn't have any energy. We said we want to do it in the morning anyway, so this has worked out a bit better actually.
Yeah. So the biggest news of Comic-Con, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Kevin Feige's like, do you want to hear us talk about the Avengers films? And everyone's like...
Imagine if everyone went, no!
And I was like, yeah! So it was like, alright, we need some people to direct these Avengers films. Yeah. And boom, what do you know it? The Russo brothers...
Walk out on stage. Yeah, and then they start obviously talking about how much they've sort of... they felt like they were done with Marvel after Endgame.
Yeah.
Which, again, I was fine with. I'm fine with new blood and having a different sort of change of pace.
Because at the same time, 4 MCU films are 4 of the best MCU films.
So they've had like a fantastic run and they've never done a bad MCU film. Like, outside...
They've never even done a mediocre MCU film.
Exactly.
Or just a good MCU film. They've all been great.
And obviously... We spoke about before who should direct the Avengers films now, with obviously them not coming back potentially. This was before obviously all this news. So, we had a couple ideas, but still, when we were picking, say, like our top 3 or top 5, the Russo brothers were in that list.
They were always there. And it was always number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah, so they're back. They're
directing both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
Stephen McFeely, I believe, is coming back to write both the films as well.
Yeah.
So that is one half of Max and McFeely, who wrote all of the Avengers films and the Captain America films with him as well.
Yeah.
So we've got 75% of that team back.
Yeah.
Minus 1 writer. Yeah. But I can live with that.
Again, there's no bad thing in having new blood and having something new brought to it. It might help spice it up a little bit, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's great to see all the behind the scenes guys, the directors and the writers, some of the writers coming back. Yeah. It's really cool to see. One thing I'll say is like when the thing I was worried about when they came back is like, oh, it's the Kang stuff still. And they were like, okay.
No, but let's talk about how they presented it.
Yeah.
They announced Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Like they'd never announced Secret Wars before.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Okay, that was
I think it was Joe Anthony Russo who went, I bet you weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then...
Yeah.
But we need a film to lead up to Secret Wars because there's an integral character.
Yeah.
To do with Secret Wars. So we're doing a film before it. I'll let you...
Yeah, so obviously they showed the title for Secret Wars. It's got a cool logo. I quite like it.
I think
it's pretty nice. And now we've obviously got a title reveal and a logo reveal as well, and a character reveal.
Yep.
Of drumroll,
Avengers
Doomsday. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this news because I think a lot of people were fed up with the Kang stuff. I've been on the side of even after Jonathan Majors was let go, I was like, look, they can maybe still revive this Kang story in a different way. But
it would have cost too much effort, and I really liked how they've pivoted away from it.
I'd love the pivot.
Yeah,
I would have been happy with the Kang stuff, but this pivot is...
I mean, Doctor Doom is more essential to Secret Wars anyway.
Yes.
So it makes more sense.
Which, a lot of people said it never made sense having Kang be the villain in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So...
I mean... I get it, they wanted to do something new, but still they went to, similar to the comic roots, but at the same time they've pivoted from the comic roots again. We have got Doom, but this is something completely different now, and we'll get onto that. So as the panel's unveiling, obviously you can watch it now, it's on YouTube.
Okay, good.
It was we was like, because we didn't get to see the whole panel at all. We didn't get to see it all.
We was literally getting tweets and
sources.
Watching people watch it. And it's
and it was phenomenal. And when I heard Doomsday, I was like, oh.
And then we need a casting.
Yeah, we need a casting, and it was like, we've got Doom. We've got someone as Doom.
They call him the best actor in the world.
Yeah, and then I just remember seeing it just. added Jay as Doom.
Yeah.
As Doctor Doom. And I was like, they've brought him out on stage. He's in the robes. It was intense.
Let's talk about Robert Downey Jr. as... Because they introduced him as Victor Von Doom.
Yes.
They don't say it's a Tony Stark variant. Because, look, I think we need to think of this in different ways. Look, Chris Evans just came back as Human Torch. Sorry, spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. Chris Evans just came back as
I
Human
think
Torch.
everyone in the world has
Yeah.
seen. I think they're actually going to see the film a second time now
Yeah.
for Deadpool and Wolverine. But again, yeah, sorry, spoilers.
Johnny Storm is not a Captain America variant.
No.
He's a Johnny Storm variant
Yeah.
who looks like Captain America.
Yeah.
So what's going to be the angle of Robert Downey Jr. being Doom? Is he going to be a Tony Stark
That's
variant that
interesting, yeah.
pivots into Doom? Or is he going to be just Victor Von Doom who looks like Tony Stark?
That is interesting.
We great questions for now, I'm sure.
There's still a lot of questions with this casting. It's fucking great that they've done this. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, because we
heard
this
about it before.
Earlier this week, because
Yeah.
we turned our phones off for
Deadpool
Deadpool and Wolverine, because we didn't want any spoilers. No socials were on. That's why there's been barely any videos this week on the channel.
Yeah.
And we heard about this, I think, coming out of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I was like,
wow, this is nah. But
the more you think
yeah.
about it,
as we were sort of talking about it yesterday, and we were just starting to
we held hands.
we held hands in our brains as well.
Sorry, derailing you.
Yes, you are. So, with all that, it was, you know, when you think about it more and more, yes, it works. I like this idea. It's new, it's refreshing, it's different. It's you know, the Russo brothers are coming out saying this and excited for it. This is something that they've got as an idea, and I'm 100% up for it. Despite the Russos having not such a great track record after Endgame, you know, after their departure of the MCU.
But look at the track record before.
Yeah, exactly. So I
MCU.
still have a lot of confidence in them.
Look at the track record for stuff in between the MCU.
Yeah. So with the Doom stuff, anyways, it is interesting. Is it a Tony Stark variant?
Which I'd be okay with.
Yeah.
If it was.
It's just
even though
if
they
it's-
did introduce him as Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, it's just if it isn't, then how is the rest of the universe, the Marvel universe, perceive Victor Von Doom? What does he just look like him? He's not the same guy. You know, he's literally a completely different guy.
Yeah,
so
which is what it could be.
it could be, but I don't.
Because variants have been done in very different ways. Look, you look at all the Doctor Strange variants; they all look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
But then again, you look at the Spider-Man variants, different. Loki variants,
Yeah.
different. Deadpool variants.
I don't think it'll be a case of. I think this will just be a case of it's Tony Stark. Still, it's just he was born as Victor.
Yeah, I think that's the way to make it the most impactful.
Yeah, because if you have it as him as a completely fresh new character, and not be a variant of Tony, I don't see it really sort of working kind of.
Well,
thing.
yeah, because then it's like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
They've clearly they've been working tooth and nail trying to get a good story now.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, they know some stuff wasn't working, and they are really on this redemption arc.
Yeah.
And it started this week.
I just think the one issue I have with this is that it again continues to mangle up the rules of the multiverse.
Yeah.
I need some ground rules, because so far it just feels like it's whatever it needs to be for the sake of it needing to be that. There's no real sort of rules. I like that Deadpool and Wolverine helps kind of pivot some of the rules, you know, with spoilers, kind of. But again, it's they show that the X-Men universe is actually a completely separate universe, and that has its own time.
Yeah.
Sort of, you know, separations and things. But then the Marvel universe is its own timeline, but then the X-Men universe is supposed to be a variant of that timeline kind of thing. It doesn't, you know, which one is it? Is it different multiverses? Is it different variations of the same universe? Which one is it? Because it's kind of getting annoying that they've not really set a ground rules for this.
They am, but do you know what? I don't care, because if we get Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom,
I'm excited, yeah.
I'm excited.
It's just one of my, I guess you could say it's a nitpick, but it's a pretty big nitpick, to be honest. And, you know, it's always in the back of my head of like, how does this even sort of function? I get it's multiverse, it's sci-fi, it's not really meant to make much sense, you know. But if you're introducing time and multiverses and things like that, you have to really decide, is this, you know, variance or is this multiverse? Which one is it?
Do you know, and I think we discussed this as well. I think this Doctor Doom, this Victor Von Doom, is coming from the Fantastic Four universe.
Yeah.
I think
I said that too, yeah.
I think it only makes sense.
Because Fantastic Four, as well, we've got to mention, isn't set... Well, I think we might mention it.
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Isn't set in the Earth 1999 universe. Or as Romans like to call it, 616. It's not 616, that's the comics.
I'll just call it whatever they tell me to call it. 'Cause...
No. Anyways, this isn't set in the same universe, Fantastic Four, and with Doctor Doom, obviously. I think you're right. I think he will appear. Doctor Doom will appear.
Well, yeah, and we find out that the Fantastic Four will be in both the Avengers films, so that kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because if they were going to be in one, it'd be Secret Wars, but it's like, no, the Fantastic Four are going to be in both the Avengers films. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think Doom's got to come from their universe. Mm-hmm. It literally does Doctor Doom become, and the first search result, does Doctor Doom become Iron Man?
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's. I think that's probably going to be a wrap.
Yeah, a decent Comic Con actually. It
until the end. I mean, at the end it became.
Yeah, at the end
a very good Comic Con.
Well, it started off good with the Captain America stuff. We've got some great reveals there. I'm pretty sure it was great in person for the Thunderbolt stuff.
Absolutely,
the Fantastic Four stuff.
Yeah,
it's just it really got saved at the end though, with Russo brothers coming back.
Yeah,
and Robert Downey Jr.
Do you know what though? This is like we're the same. Marvel isn't dead. Marvel's had a couple of miss hits.
Yeah,
they've had a couple of duds. Doesn't mean they're dead. But fucking hell, is Marvel back? Like, it has restored all of my confidence now going forward.
Now, this week is a great week to be a Marvel fan. Like I said, we'll know more when Captain America: Brave New World comes out in February. But right now, I think Marvel fans are riding a high.
Yeah.
And maybe some of this momentum's going to carry over to Brave New World.
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah. Right, guys. That'll do us for today. Let us know what your favourite story was coming out of Comic-Con. We stayed up to get the news as soon as it came out, I suppose.
Yeah, like I said, we was hoping to film it and talk about it, but next time for D23 we're going to do it.
In 2 weeks, I think D23 is.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do something about it. Obviously, what time is that? Is that late as well?
I think it might be at the same time, so if we
could say, we'll see what we can do. Is it fall on a Saturday?
If we preemptively fuck our sleeping pattern, we should be alright.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll try do it live. We'll try do something new and interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button, tickle the like button, and...
we're actually going to film another quick... not quick, actually. We're going to film a little discussion video. Spoiler talk of Deadpool and Wolverine, if you want to join us on that.
Yep.
You could just plug us in, listen to us on your earphones, something like that. We're just going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, our thoughts on it, completely with spoilers this time. We already have a video up. It's a spoiler-free sort of review. But this is going to be more of a discussion, if you will, just about things happening and what's going on with the surroundings of universe.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Right, guys, thanks for watching, and look, we're going to have videos coming up. So, yeah, see you later. Cheers.
I just said that. I just said we've got videos coming up. I literally just said we've got... I'm joking.
Don't make me smack you, mate.
Thank you.
I'm not kissing Deadpool again.
Yeah, you are.
Just call me. You think you should kiss it this time? Well, I'm not kissing that again.
Bye.